We got a new open for the WagerTalk videos. I like it, guys. Okay, I'm Kelly Stewart, at Kelly in Vegas, Marco D'Angelo, at Marco in Vegas. And each and every week, Marco is going to bring you the Gaming Today sandwich game. Shout out to our partners over at Gaming Today, and shout out to Marco's food blog that he writes for them every single week. I read the one last week. Now I know where to go. Watch football on Sundays. Marco, tell me who this week's Gaming Today sandwich game of the week is.
All right, we're going to go to the Big 12, Kelly, and we're going to take a look at Iowa State at West Virginia. And, you know, Kelly, when we do a sandwich game, it's all about, you know, building that sandwich. Look back at where they were, put the meat in the middle, and then look at what's on deck. And with this one, West Virginia is in the Texas-Oklahoma sandwich. That's about as big as the sandwich as you can get in the Big 12. Texas because of tradition, Oklahoma because, well, they win the Big 12 every year. And you had West Virginia. They played a good game last week.
They played for 3 quarters last week.
They played, but again, they only missed the number. And again, it depends when you bet the game last week. The final closing number, they missed by ½ a point. But here's what I'm going to point out. Right now, for the average bettor that looks at the Big 12, who's higher up the food chain, Texas or Iowa State? Obviously Texas.
Right.
They're going to look at this game and say, okay, Iowa State's laying the same number
as Texas did.
And they're going to run, and they're going to say, you know, West Virginia only lost by ½ a point to the spread. They're going to run to the West Virginia side thinking that West Virginia looked good. West Virginia, you know, they did play tooth and nail with them as you said, for 3 quarters. But I like this Iowa State team. This is a team that's 3-2. They very easily could be 5-0. You look at their 2 losses, they lose by a point late to Iowa, 18-17. Then they lose to Baylor, 23-21 on a last-second field goal. Now, they were down in that game 20-0 and come roaring back and actually had the lead 21-20 in that Baylor game, and Baylor got the game-winning field goal. I didn't care what happened in that game as long as Baylor, when they were doing that last drive, did not have a pick 6 because we had Baylor plus points in that game. So I was fine with the 21-20 final if that's the way it went, but we ended up getting the outright win. I like their defense. And, you know, I joke about it, but in the Big 12, I swear most of these teams can't spell defense, let alone play it. You look at the conference, it's a wide open conference as far as offense goes, but not defensively. There's very few teams. And to me, the best team defensively in the Big 12 is this Iowa State team. And I think they're going to slow down this West Virginia offense. And then you look at the West Virginia defense, and they're
Swiss cheese.
Yeah, and after playing last week's game and now having to play this week's game against Iowa State, a team that's going to be way more physical than Texas. Iowa State's going to pound the football at you. In their quarterback, Purdy, I love him. Threw for some nice yardage last week. They ran the football against TCU, 189 yards on the ground. If they do that against West Virginia, this is a total blowout, and that's what I'm looking for. I've got Iowa State winning 35-17, and West Virginia gets caught in that sandwich. Texas this last week, Oklahoma next week. All
right, go Cyclones. Don't forget to check out our new show, Bet On It. We have a college edition and an NFL edition. Is exclusively on WagerTalk TV. And also shout out to Marco, who is on a 28-10 run in football the last 4 weeks, netting his clients over 60% profit. You get Marco's all-access 7-day package for just $79 when you use coupon code Marco79.